What's up, man?
Hey.
This is my Muxus little intro that I like to throw in there. I like the hoopla shit, you know what I mean?
All right. I love your intro, dude.
Cool, thanks. I appreciate that, man. I actually, I'd like to be able, like I said before, I like to be able to take a lot of credit for it, like I was just some genius put it together and had everything going just right. But I lucked right into a lot of that shit.
Yeah, you edited it real well, man. That one.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Last week on the Gore show, it was me and Night Watch Zone, and we were doing 1978 George A. Romero's Dawn of the Dead. Tonight, it's me and my special guest, good friend of mine, John Steele, top-notch, straight-up dude. And we're doing one of our favorites, Stanley Kubrick's 1980, The Shining.
Mm-hmm.
When was the first time you ever seen The Shining? Well, I mean, what kind of history you got with
it? Pretty early, I would say. Not the same year that it came out. I would say probably around the early '80s. I seen it.
Yeah.
We didn't have cable or any of that, but like somewhere in the early '80s, maybe around 83, 84 is when I first saw it, and yeah, it became a favorite of mine since then because I was already a fan of Stephen King early on. So.
Right. Well, yeah, me too. But I commit the ultimate sin. When it comes to Stephen King, I much prefer the movie. I much prefer Kubrick's movie over the novel. Not that I don't like the novel, but it's just something special, man. It's just got an atmosphere to it. It's just different.
Mm-hmm.
One of my first four, as a kid, I've been into horror everything since the time. That's some of my first memories. So when I say I was born in '73. So I'd say somewhere around between 79 and 81. I remember four movies that stuck out in my mind. Four of my first memories, movie-wise, is Halloween from 1978,
Mm-hmm.
the original Night of the Living Dead, The Exorcist, and this movie, The Shining.
Ooh.
So that's the ones that stuck out that I remember first. You know what I mean? When I think back to my first memory, you gave me those little flashing memories.
Mm-hmm.
Those four movies are in those. So I suffered a traumatic childhood because back in the late '70s, early '80s, some of those movies could traumatize people if you weren't in the right mindset. But even at that age, I realized it was a movie, and you know what I mean.
Yep.
Jerry and chat saying, "What's up? Hey,
what's up? Oh, your son's here?
No, it's Jerry.
Oh, Jerry, I thought you said Drake.
No, Jerry. I didn't say I have any love for Stephen King's Shining. I just prefer Kubrick's movie, The Shining. Always got love and respect for King and his early classics, of course.
Same.
But I like the movie better. Do you got some physical media ready to set up? Or are you gonna watch it along with us, Jerry, or do you got to go on HBO Max or what? Oh, Prism. What's up, Prism? Thanks for coming by. Can't stay long, huh? But that's cool. I understand, but thanks a lot for stopping by, man. If everybody's ready, it's like a 2 hour and 20 some minute movie.
Yeah.
So if everybody's ready, I'm getting ready to hit play on my 4K. Um, I guess I'll cut it down from 5 to 1 if that's cool.
Yep. Sounds
All right.
good.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
I got the Warner Brothers just popping up right now.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, he's over on he's over doing Pumpkinhead. He started his at 10:30. I wanted to start mine at 10:30, but I had a lot of things going on. I had a 15-year-old I had to take care of and get ready for school and everything tomorrow, so I knew I was going to be a little later. So
Yeah. No, that's all good. I think I'm probably an hour ahead of you in time zone, so
where you at? I don't remember.
I'm on the East Coast,
Well,
Eastern Standard Time. Unless where you're at is like what time is it here? No, it's like after 11. So
yeah, I've got about 11:11 is the time I got.
okay, so we're the same time then. Same time zone. Yep.
Echo through in the chat saying, "Hey, what's up, Echo? Thanks for coming by, man. If you got your signing handy, plug it in and play it. But right here at the intro, and he's driving around the mountain, or it's the only place I know of it streaming is HBO Max. Yeah, this one, like I said, this is one of the 4, man, and it's just this movie, this Black Christmas, a couple of Black Christmas, the original Black Christmas stands out to me as far as the atmospheric movie.
I say for me, it's uh the Exorcist from '73, but I didn't see it till '78. I was 5 years old, dude, and the Warriors from '79.
Yeah.
And shit, early on, man, maybe what sticks out for me big, that movie Shock. It's also known as Beyond the Door 2.
Yes.
That's another one.
From Bava. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh. There you go. Just happen to have it handy right here. Oh man. Yeah. I'm wanting to do a few of these classics, and then, like I said, you know what I've advertised is in October. I'm going to do. You know, I've already made the thumbnail for it and everything. Forgotten Horror Classic. I'm always making thumbnails and shit and videos. It's just something I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Cyril's watching it. He's watching it HBO Max and multitasking. Let's see. Citizen X, yeah. Citizen X does need more love. Yeah, this, you know, this movie I think is like the most theorized movie. You know what I mean? I don't think Kubrick had half the things in mind for this as all the theories. I mean, if you look at YouTube, there's got to be 100 different theories about this movie.
Well, you've seen a documentary, Room 237?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of them are correct. You know what I mean? I do believe he had something to do with the fake moon landing and all that kind of stuff. But I think a lot of the theories have gotten out of control. Yeah, I do think he had a hand in that one.
Yeah, I believe that too.
My mom, from the time I was a kid, my mom always said that the moon landing never happened. That they faked it because we was racing with Russia to get there.
My grandmother was a very intelligent woman, man. She from that's who I went to a lot of these movies with when I was a kid. So
right.
She used to tell me shit like that too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was raised constantly. My mom sternly believed that we never went to the moon.
Yep.
Cyril says, been a long time since I watched The Shining. But man, that opening music with those sounds. Not only that, but throughout the whole movie, man, The Shining has one of the best scores, man. It's got one of the creepiest scores ever. To me, it you know, it helped makes the movie. You know what I mean? If you didn't have that, it'd be like watching Halloween without its little sounds and music.
Yep.
It
But
helps
I
to
mean,
make
the way it's shot is like just like it's the way he shot that, like that opening is just how that wide angle and everything is just great, man.
Oh yeah, I love Kubrick shit, man. Clockwork Orange is one of my favorites too. You know, that's one a lot of people can't handle, and there's really not a lot that happens in it. Maybe the first 20, 25 minutes, there's not really that much in it, but he's got such a reputation now that people just take it as this rapey, fucking movie. It is, and it's really not like that. It's all about the Clockwork Orange is all about his shit coming back to him tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
It's Night Flyer. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I have Night Flyer, Derek. Yeah.
Oh, Night Flyer is great.
That's a rare one too, man. That's what you don't hear anybody talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I have a list. Also, it's talked about a little bit, but I also have Just Before Dawn on that list too, because I I think as far as Final Girls go, she kicks ass too.
Just Before Dawn's a great one too.
Yeah, it's got it's one of the more unique Final Girl scenes ever.
Mm-hmm.
In case people haven't seen it, I won't say what it is, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I mean, if most people that come to your channel, if they know the ones that are lesser talked about, you know what I mean? Most
Right.
people do, yeah. But yeah, there are people who's like, what's that movie?
Yeah. Let's see, I named off just about all of them, I think. Um, certain ones I'm looking forward to more than others, but the classics that I want to do and leading up to it is shit like, well, like I say, Exorcist, maybe Clockwork, maybe the original Last House. Um, oh, shit. Uh, shit. There's a couple others I had in mind too. But they're supposed to do also Day of the Dead with Night Watch Zone here probably in the next month or so, because we've already done the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn was a lot of fun last week.
They is the one where they're underground in the military base, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's probably my favorite, dude. That one. I know a lot of
I've been
people
hearing
like
that.
the mall one, but I like the fucking underground shit, bro.
I've been hearing that more and more and more lately. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
Day is a good one. It didn't for years. It was kind of like the sleeper. People didn't talk about it much. They still talked about Dawn and Night all the time. But in the last few years, people have been talking about the Night remake, the Dawn remake, and Day of the Dead, the original Day of the Dead.
Did you like any of the remakes?
Yeah, I liked the Dawn of the Dead remake, and the Night of the Living Dead remake took me a minute because I don't like I don't like the Barbara character as much in the remake as I do the original. And I know she's stronger and all that kind of stuff, but that's just not. I like the acting and just the whole persona of the of Judith O'Dea that played the original Barbara
Mm.
better than I do that played the remake. I don't think she's as good of an actress.
Yeah.
That's my only problem with it. But other than that, of course, you got Tony Todd in there, man. You can't go wrong with him.
No, man.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't go wrong with
he
him.
needed to be used in a lot more things, man.
Yeah, yeah. I completely agree, Jerry. I like Diary of the Dead too. I thought it was pretty inventive. I thought it was pretty ballsy of George to go with the found footage aspect of it.
I don't know if did I see Diary. I think maybe I did. I'm not sure.
Thanks to you for the stream. We'll catch the rewind like usual. Thanks for you. Stream catch the. I'm not sure what you mean in saying one. Thanks for coming, man. I'm not sure exactly what he means here. Do you?
Hello. Thanks you for the stream. We'll catch the rewind like usual.
Oh,
Um,
thank you for the stream. We'll catch. Okay,
yeah.
never mind. I understand. Ain't no problem, man. I sincerely I'm sincerely grateful for everybody showing up whenever they do and supporting me. If nobody's got a chance yet, please like. If you haven't subscribe, hit that bell, all that good shit. What one thing you know you're gonna get when you come, you know what I mean? I'm looking on up in the quality of some of my vids and stuff like that. One thing you're gonna get with me, you're always gonna get real. You're always gonna get genuine when you get when you do anything online.
Mm-hmm.
At least. I mean, I'll be fancy sometimes, but yeah, I just watch Battery way too much dialogue. Teasing shit. Battery, but I actually kind of enjoyed Battery. I've seen it a couple of times. I thought the characters in it were at least pretty good.
As a 7-year-old kid in 1980, I had this fucking Danny Torrance haircut, dude. I know I did.
Yeah, I kind of had that myself at one point. It almost looked like the Sir Lancelot thing.
Yeah, like page boy type, Dutch boy type shit.
Right. I always looked at it like the Dutch boy, yeah, like the Sir Lancelot. Say hello, sir. Yeah, been breaking out the suckers lately. I'm trying not to smoke so damn much.
That's a good substitute, man.
So been smoking since I was 15, 1988.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow, that's a long time, man.
it's starting to show. I mean, I've been lucky up to now, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Once, I mean, you caught it though, man. You know, it's a good thing that you're trying to get away from it. Then.
I'm trying. You know, just the fact that I'm 49. I'll be 50 in May, and I'm just trying to. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to stretch out the life a little bit. You know what I mean? I got a 15-year-old son.
Yep.
I wish the ruins will get more love. I love that movie. That's one I always forget about. But the ruins, yeah. I also have a little bit more love for the Descent, and actually, I like the Descent too. Also,
Oh yeah, I like the Descent better than the Ruins, definitely.
this woman here, this doctor kills me because you notice when they're sitting there talking. Now maybe it's just me and my paranoid brain, but when she's talking there and Wendy's telling her the story about pulling his shoulder out of socket and all that kind of stuff. Does it feel to you like the doctor's nibbing into shit and trying to get info and trying to build on something that it didn't?
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Yeah, that's kind of the feeling I always got too. She's sitting there, and Wendy's just whipping out all of the info. Like she's not even asking for it; she just tells it.
Yep.
High Tension's a good one too, Jerry. Hell yeah, I haven't seen that in probably 10 years. Also, Wolf Creek, the first Wolf Creek.
Yeah, I like both of those, the first and second one. I didn't see the series though. I never watched the series Wolf Creek though.
Man, he's definitely whipping them out, Prism. Yeah, he's inviting me. I need to. I'll have to go back and check this out so I can remember some of them. Hard Candy.
Oh, wow, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
That's yeah. That's
That's
painful. You spend the whole movie not really sure about him. You know what I mean? When you really do find out about him, you know what I mean. You just don't know if this girl's, if she knows what she's talking about, or if she just lost her shit and just decided to victimize him. You're not sure the
yeah,
whole movie,
it's
but
like
when you
she's
find out,
fucking. It's like she plays the psycho in the film. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty fucked.
she's finished with a sex change now. I think. I think she's a man now.
Yeah, I heard that. And it's funny because she played in that film with Super with Rainn Wilson.
That's a good.
Yeah, and she sleeps with him on that one. It's like, oh shit, okay.
Right. That killed me because when I first seen that, I was expecting a comedy, you know. And when he starts whipping out the pipe and just running up the motherfuckers and beating them in the head with it, I was like, damn.
That's a good movie, man. That people don't talk about that one either too much, you know.
That one and what I referred to is Kevin Bacon. I mean, I always thought Kevin Bacon was okay, but Kevin Bacon as a heel, as a villain, he takes it to a whole nother level, in my opinion.
Oh, bro, whoa! Another painful watch with him in it is the Woodsman. Have you ever seen that?
Not all of it. I've seen maybe the first 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, that one is yeah, it's one of those ones kind of like hard candy because you're questionable about it like
Mm-hmm.
halfway through, and then you're like, all right, well, you know what the fuck is going on, but then it's like, uh, yeah, it's yeah, some of the certain topics that they touch upon in these movies are hard for me to watch, bro. You know,
Right, right. Do like hard candy, but kind of a painful watch. Yeah, it is. If you're a man, it's most definitely a painful watch. Um, Babadook gets shit a lot, but I love that movie. Jerry, in my opinion, the thing with Babadook is they promoted it and played it and put it out there as a horror movie. It's not a horror movie. It's because the mom is basically the Babadook. You know what I mean? It's to me, it's not a horror movie. They misrepresented it, and I think that's where it gets a lot of the hate.
bro, as a person who's worked in the psychological field, I hate that fucking movie, dude. Honestly,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I hate it. That and It Follows. Those two movies, I hate. I hate those two.
really?
Yeah.
I like It Follows a lot, and I'm actually a fan of Babadook. Now, it's not something I can watch a lot, but I do like it, and I do like it for what it is because you know
The kid is one of the most annoying fucking kids I've ever seen in a movie, dude.
that's what a lot of people's problem with it is that kid, and he's acting out because you know he lost his father, and his
Mm-hmm.
mom's gone batshit, so he's doing the only thing he can do is just be as big a pain in the ass as he can,
Yeah.
you know.
Like you said though, you're right. I think people went into it expecting like this fucking creature that was gonna pop out of the book and like you know what I mean. So
Yeah, like a supernatural boogeyman type shit, and
yeah,
that's just not what it is. Prism, everybody hates that kid, man. He just acting out because, like I said, dad's dead and mom's fat shit. You know, he's kind of stuck having in this environment, having to deal with mom being fat shit. So
the
if you
aerial
think about it, if you
the
think about it
aerial
like
shots
that,
in this are some of the best I've ever seen, bro. Just because of the landscape in this film, dude, is just it's
it,
phenomenal.
it is also it was shot in Colorado, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, I heard a lot of people refer to Jack's performance here as um, like over. You know what I mean? Like he overdid it. You know, I've seen movies with actors that go overboard a lot more than what Jack does in this. I love his performance in this. This is fresh off of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Yep.
and I think it's fucking awesome. The
No, I
problem
think
is
for
the
me
book was so popular.
it's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest as far as performance with him, and then this
Mm-hmm.
top for me. Um, you ever
Oh
seen
yeah,
the movie The Last Detail with him?
no
Go look up if you can, man. After this, go
last
look up
season.
the movie The Last Detail.
Okay,
It's not a horror movie or anything, but it's a good movie with him. He's in the
Jerry says,
military, basically.
all right, definitely because I'm always interested in Jack. What era was Jack in? Is this newer? Is it older? Somewhere in between?
70s.
So older. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I know what you're talking about because it's like I remember like a trailer or maybe a poster or something where he's wearing like this military hat, right?
Yeah, he's the Navy. Yep.
Right, exactly. Yes, I have seen like posters of it. Jerry says Terrifier 2. I can't wait for yeah. Part one is pretty good. It's definitely yeah, definitely takes you back to the way things were as far as horror movies go. They don't hold back. They actually give you fucking gore and horror. Yeah. The this one I think's probably got a little bit more money put into it, so certain things that didn't look as good, like for instance the chick at the end, I think they're probably going to fix that. I think it's going that's going to look really
Yep.
good. I think it's sad what Shelley Duvall's went through, man, and then getting exploited by Dr. Phil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought that shit was sad, man. He completely exploited her for ratings and for views and shit. I
Mhm.
hate that kind of shit.
Right. I think I told you, like imagine if this was cast with fucking Klaus Kinski instead of Jack Nicholson, how more toxic the set would have been between like him, Kubrick, and Duvall, man. You know?
They wouldn't have got to the end of it.
No, I don't think the movie would have been finished.
No, they've been working on it all the way up to the day that either Kinski or Kubrick died first, whichever happened first.
Yep.
Maybe it killed each other. Who knows?
Yeah, I could see them definitely getting into a fight on set.
Because they said Kinski was just as creepy as he comes off on camera, or more.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There's some horror stories in his own real personal life behind him, man.
Yeah, yeah, I heard a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think this kid is a damn good actor too. If you've seen the made for television remake, it really gives you appreciation for this Danny. You know,
Mm.
not that I thought that sucked. I thought old dude from Wings did a great job. I thought the Wendy character might have been a little too prettied up with Rebecca De Mornay, but
Oh
I
yeah,
hated the kid.
yeah, yeah.
They took the Wendy character from Shelley Duvall to Rebecca De Mornay. You know, it's like
Yep. This is the same year that Popeye came out too, I think, with Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall when she played
that
Olive.
was that was yeah. We got that too on DVD. I still actually get DVDs, man, because there's a lot of things that just haven't come out on Blue, let alone 4 yet.
That one did though, Gore. That came out on Blu-ray. Popeye.
Popeye did.
Yeah.
He was made to play Popeye,
Oh yeah. Yeah. She
and she
was.
was made to play Olive Oil,
Yeah. She just looks olive oil, bro. That's it, yo.
and he's large. Yeah, yeah, and that Bluto is perfect too, man. That's the same guy that plays like the gardener from Pieces.
Oh shit. That's right.
That's the only two things I've ever seen him in, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the one they're trying to blame for the killings all the way through Pieces, man. He's like, "What the fuck? Just leave me alone." And one time he beats all their asses. They're trying to arrest him and shit. The whole damn police department. He just tossed him around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bastard. That's another one that I'd like to play on the forgotten. It's not as forgotten. It's gotten a lot of love here the last few years, so it's kind of come into public. But I would just like an excuse to play it.
Pieces.
Yeah, it's just so cool for so many reasons that shit. I'll put on the forgotten horror classics just for an excuse to play it.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Prism. I don't think Phil's actually a doctor either. That's what I heard years ago. He's not even actually a doctor.
No.
There's a lot of people out there that are therapists and people that work in these institutions, different places that don't have the you know what I mean, don't belong there any more than I would have the qualifications to belong there. You know, to me, you got to have serious qualifications to deal with people mentally, not just go through, you know, a little bit of training, a little bit of talking, and to be stuck in there trying to help people. That's bullshit.
He's a fucking Hollywood doctor, dude. You know, just
Yeah.
for the camera type of shit.
Like the place that I go through for my agoraphobia. Most of those people are just people, you know what I mean? They're either right out of school or have worked several different places, and you know what I mean. And from what I heard, I can't remember who I heard. It seemed like it was Dr. Drew said that you shouldn't even be diagnosed until you're regularly seen by a psychiatrist, not a therapist, a psychiatrist for at least 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
He said you shouldn't even have a full diagnosis until then, let alone a 2 hour diagnosis, you know?
Yep.
You
So
go in there talk to them for 2 hours, all of a sudden they tell you all that's wrong with you and give you 10 different medications and send you on your way.
yep.
Dr. Drew's one that I do respect. You know what I mean? He's actually someone that I believe does know what Billy's talking. But not Dr. Phil. He's a money grubbing. I love this, man. I love Scatman Crothers, man. He is missed.
Oh man, Hong Kong Fooey, man.
Yeah, he's so good. Now I seen the making of this, and he was talking to him, and you know he just didn't understand. He had a little bit. Him and Kubrick had a couple little run-ins there, you know. Where he just didn't understand Kubrick's way of working, and he's such an old school actor, you know, on stage and all that kind of stuff that he just didn't get where he was coming from. So finally, you know, he just because Kubrick was rough to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was saying, dude. Like, fucking imagine you know how Kubrick was a stickler for everything, and Kinski, those two, there's no way. I don't think they could have ever made a movie together, but it would have been interesting.
Actually, you see my have you seen my thumbnails for the what ifs that I'm wanting to start doing? That would be a hell of a what if.
Yeah,
The whole basis of the what ifs are is like, for instance, one of the what ifs I want to do is what if Rory hadn't survived Halloween '78. What I want to do is go in and I want to write it out. I'm going to write out the story here, maybe 20 or 30 minutes long, and then I'm going to tell it from what if that did happen.
mm-hmm.
Script and all. It's gonna be like creative storytelling thing, and I'm gonna change it and make it to where, you know, the what if.
Yep. Like you know how Marvel does the what if, but this is the horror what if, and Gore's doing it.
Yeah, yeah. I stole it, but hey, man, there's no one else doing it in the community and in the horror community. So, you know, and I think I could probably do a pretty good job at it. So I'm gonna give it a whirl, man.
So you know how in this film there's the overall theme of, like, you know, what happened with the Native Americans and when the hotel was being built and everything.
The Indian burial ground, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of symbolism within that too. Like, you know, when he's in the freezer, the food freezer and stuff, they show a lot.
Yes.
Yep, they touch upon that in Room 237 as well.
Yeah. I seen that several years ago, and it was on Netflix.
We're on Scatman Crothers is talking to Danny about ice cream, Eric.
Yep. He's right here. He's like, how about ice cream? You like ice cream, Doc?
So based off Stephen King, right? And Danny's wearing a Flyers little jacket. So night Flyers, and I know it's not that, but it's just interesting.
Yeah. They also had later on when he's playing with his cars and shit like that, he's got little roads and shit. It's got like a rocket on it that says Apollo on it, and it tells you know.
Yep.
Yeah, that if you see Room 236, it makes things very. There's actually 3 or 4 different really good ones. Definitely changes it. How's it going, Eric? Thanks for coming by, man. Yeah, we're here. He's getting ready to talk to him about The Shining right now.
This little kid did a great job in this fucking film, man.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. That's what I was talking about. If you see this, Danny, and then you see the one that was in the remake. There's no comparison.
Mm-hmm.
That kid was just, oh man, you talk about irritating, and he wasn't even really, he didn't even have an irritating script. He just was. I mean, something kind of shitty, but I didn't care much for him. I thought he whined a lot.
Yeah.
Wasn't a fan of the remake, man. Even though I do think the guy that played Jack, the dude from Wings, did do a good job.
Yeah, he said, I think, yeah, I saw that too. Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, I've seen Doctor Sleep maybe once. What cameo does he play?
I think Echo just said it.
Cameo in Doctor Sleep. Spectre once here.
As a Spectre?
Hmm. Danny is in the crowd at the Little League game. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, Spectator and shit. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Like I said, I only seen it once, and that's when it first come out.
Right here, it's where Danny says it's like I go to sleep and he shows me things. See that? There's a so yeah, I
Have you
love
seen
Scatman Crothers in this film, dude.
Oh yeah, he was great. He was also in it. If you watched a lot of Clint Eastwood shows, you remember him in Bronco Billy?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Hong Kong.
I'm always gonna remember him as the voice of Hong Kong Fooey, man. You know, when I was a kid, shit, dude.
Absolutely, yes.
He's just got that voice, man. If you want to know what a lot of us kids like me and Gore looked like in the 70s, look at Danny Torrance and shit, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could find that picture. When I find that picture, I was in like kindergarten. I will definitely show it because I got that, and then I got like this Mickey Mouse playing basketball shirt on. I need to find that picture. I'll show everybody that picture when I find it.
I'm gonna find mine and I'm gonna send it to you on IG, bro.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll just stick up there and be like, look how innocent I was. Look what a sweet little kid I was. What happened? Huge Hanna-Barbera fan. So was I as a kid, especially. Oh, I loved that one particular era of Tom and Jerry, man. I was and the Hong Kong Philly and seeing Scatman in this. Yeah. Of course, as a little kid, I'm not sure if I put together. I probably watched this and thought, man, that voice sounds familiar.
Yeah, like when you're young, you don't really think about shit like that till you're older, you know.
Yeah, yeah. He was also in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, he was the night, like the janitor or whatever.
Right. Yeah, that's my favorite that came out that year. Well, I was telling you about the list that I put together from the time you're born up until this year, 2021. You can't do 2022. You can't do because the year's not over yet. But yeah,
Right.
I gave you that. I challenge anybody to do that list anyway. Favorite film
From each year.
from each year and an alternate. So you got two movies from each year. Basically, the criteria would be it's two movies or one movie that if you don't have access to the favorite one, you got access to the second, right? That
Right.
you can find yourself watching over and over again every month and not get tired of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I'll check it out. See. Yeah, because I know I definitely probably got them. At least some. At least some of them. She's so effective too. There's not enough said about her performance in this too, and I'm not
Oh,
sure if it's because Kubrick gave her such a fucking fit and harassed her so much, but I don't know. She definitely comes off like the battered. You know what I mean? Not necessarily battered, but the emotionally battered wife. Yeah, she definitely plays it off well.
I also had this big wheel as a kid, by the way. Same big wheel that Danny's got.
Yeah, yeah. I had a big wheel. I probably rode it too long. I was kind of late learning to ride a bike because I couldn't get off my big wheel until I was just too damn big. I just couldn't pedal anymore. I love that thing.
I used to fucking try to do like jumps with my big wheel off curbs and shit when I was a kid, man.
Problem was you just couldn't get going fast enough.
Nah.
What he does in the mirror here is something my oldest brother that died. My oldest brother died a few months back, and what he does in the mirror when he sticks his tongue out and looks at it and goes, you know what I mean? My oldest brother used to do that all the time. Prison. Yes, I did see that. This is all in Wendy's head. I did see that YouTube theory. I don't remember who did it, but yeah, I did see that theory. It was actually pretty interesting.
Oh yeah, dude. And here where he's wearing this he's wearing a shirt that says Stonington because they're from Vermont. So Vermont there's a place in Vermont called Stonington. So you know, that's a reference to, you know, Stephen King's you know, Northeast lineage and shit. But yeah, you see it backwards, you know, because it's in the mirror, and that's the whole thing with, you know, when Danny starts to say red rum.
Yeah. And when Halloran Scott McCruthers is on his way there, and there's that big storm.
Yep.
The car, the Volkswagen, the yellow one that's turned over. That's an homage back to Stephen King's novel too.
Yep.
Shelley Duvall is unjustly hated in this. He's definitely on an emotionally battered wife. When Jack goes off on her typing and she says, "Okay, it's really a good performance for her." Yeah, you can just feel it when he's screaming at her and it said, "Okay, you can start now and just get the fuck out of here." You actually feel for her, you know what I mean? Because it's just a horrible way to talk to her and treat her.
Yeah, she's so demure and mousy in this film, dude. You know, and
that's what does it, man. Sorry for that. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. I put his picture. I probably should have picked a better one, but it was one of his last ones. I put on Instagram back in the spring when he passed away. Smoking, man, smoking and shit, COPD and shit, and then he got COVID on top of it, and I don't think he'd been vaccinated or anything like that, and it finished him off.
Yeah. Would you go in that maze?
Yeah. Just as long as there was maps around, and I knew I'm not sure I'd go all the way to the middle unless I had a map where I knew exactly where I was going. But especially in the cold.
Oh fuck no! There's no way I'm going in there when there's snow, dude. No fucking way. Take me hours to get the fuck out.
You end up looking like he did somewhere.
You do the Hansel and Gretel shit, dude. You just drop breadcrumbs and shit.
Right? Yeah. My luck, there would be some birds and shit along there munching on them as I drop.
So it's a horror movie, so it's the winter, so there's a lot of like black ravens, and they're all fucking eating your breadcrumbs.
Yeah. You got the Damien the Omen fucking raven or crow out there eating that shit. Yeah, that noise. Yeah, he says, yelling at her, and she just takes it. It's like she's used to it. It's like she's not. At first, she's kind of shocked when he starts being all shitty to her and all that. But then you do get the idea, like it's definitely not the first time. Like, it's almost like a flashback to the way he was when he used to drink all the time.
Yep. This shit right here, when he's overlooking the model, this
That's
is
cool. That's cool because you wonder, does he really see him there? Because it gives you the idea that he does. But at the same time, you know it's impossible because Kubrick didn't go at this as the haunting and shit like Stephen King did. He went at it more of the mind than
mm-hmm.
supernatural. So you wonder, is he just imagining it or is he, you know what I mean?
Yep.
How they got that shot is badass.
Yeah, that shot is fucking that. Yeah.
Yeah. Eric says, "All right, boys, got to go. Got to work in the morning. Hope you guys are doing great. Hey, doing awesome, man. Thanks for stopping through, man. I appreciate it. Yes, we will talk soon. You got to join a wrestling stream with me. Make some time, man. We kick ass together. Have a good one. Good night, and all that stuff, man." Yeah, I like to do that WrestleGoria thing on Mondays, man. I don't know really where you stand with wrestling, but you ought to join it sometime if you like. Because we don't talk about the new shit. We always do like a top 10 or something like that, the Attitude Era or Golden Era.
Mm-hmm. Yo, I'm an old head with that, bro. I think I stopped watching wrestling somewhere around the fuck it when The Rock was still top and Steve Austin. Like I kind of fell off around that time. After that, I didn't watch the shit after that.
Yeah, I watched all through the rock and wrestling era, through the mid to late '80s into the early '90s, and then I stopped for a minute. And then Bret Hart's like my favorite as far as in the ring. He's my favorite. So I started back up in the new generation, and then I watched the Attitude Era, and then I fell off because it just started sucking, man. It got,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? What
yeah,
pissed me off is when you got to do 3 or 4 fucking finishers just to finish guys. You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man. You got to
yep.
give him a 3 Stone Cold Stunners. I mean, that move is supposed to be like devastating.
Oh yeah.
Delight loves movies. Greetings from Western Australia. Greetings. Thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Oh wow. That's
Like, um, like, like it if you can. Hit the little bell to get all my crazy little videos. Subscribe if you want. Thank you very much for joining. You're always welcome. Shining is the best horror film ever made. It's definitely in my top 3.
it's up there, man.
Like the score, man. Like this right here. My favorite score in this movie, man, I think is when he's going in the room when Danny comes down there and his shoulder's injured, and he goes up to this room 236, and he goes in and you got like that heartbeat. Yes, you got the music.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. What's really hard is I've had my 15-year-old ask me several times and say, what's your favorite movie? Give me your top 5, in order. And it's like, man, I cannot do that. I love so many of them, and the ones I love, I'm really passionate about. I can't give a 5 to 1 in the right order because it may stay the same 5, but it may not stay that same order.
I think my number one is probably Nightmare on Elm Street 3. It's just like because it's something I can always go back and watch. It's like
Yeah,
to me, it's one of the most. It's definitely the best Nightmare on Elm Street for me. I mean, a lot of people might
right.
not say that, but yeah, and that's my favorite horror franchise and shit.
There's actually more people than you think that choose part 3. You know what I mean? There's actually quite a few. It's either 3 or 1. For me, it's the first one, but my favorite, the one I have to go to, I always come back to it, is the one that got me into horror and really loving cinema to begin with, and that's Halloween '78. Man, it
Mm-hmm.
sounds cliche, but as a kid, I scared the neighbors, man, because I'd be standing there side of a bush with a mask on and shit. They was going to my mom, going, "Is there something wrong with your son?" Here I am, 9, 10 years old, standing around breathing. You know what I mean? They're just like walking across the street and shit.
Oh, here's that part, dude, where he's berating her and shit.
Yeah, this is rough to watch. Yeah, this can really be fucked up. You can see look on her face. She's crushed, man. She's hurt. She couldn't be any sweeter.
Yeah.
There's where his dick really shows.
You know how like
Cute
the
song.
owner, well, not the owner, but the guy who's running the hotel in the beginning, he's telling him like about the story that happened 10 years before prior, and
Yeah.
how cabin fever thing. You
Mm-hmm.
can like really see it hitting him in this scene right here, the whole cabin fever and being basically stuck in this hotel, man.
Yeah, yeah, he's got a lot of pressures building up. He knows this is his last chance to write, and he hates teaching, and he just quit drinking a few months ago, and it's just all coming down.
Yep. Why don't you start right now and get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, she's crushed. I mean, you can just see it in her eyes. She's just crushed.
Yeah, bro. And just meekly walks away, dude. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It really makes you feel for her. You're like, damn, dude, was that fucking necessary?
right?
You know, and he just goes right back to it. That's why the theory that Eric was talking about, you know, with Wendy, I think it was Eric. Somebody in chat was talking about the theory with you know, with it being all in Wendy's head. That particular scene right there, it said he was looking at her like that, you know, looking at her in wonderment, wondering what, you know, when she was walking away, because he didn't know, because she had just walked up, stood there for a minute, and then turned around and left. That was their
Mm-hmm.
theory, and he was wondering why the hell she did that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely interesting. If you never seen that theory, you ought to look it up and check it out.
This is the part right here where he's staring at them outside and shit, where everybody kind of they'll focus in on this one and stuff
Mm-hmm.
when they you know, because I've seen people who do like you know like you do with the your openings for your videos and stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll put that scene right there with him doing that shit.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. Bat in the face in the door that he's busted out.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of think of it. I wish I would have slipped that one in there for a second. That or the one where he's standing over the maze looking down.
Yes.
She just, yeah. I mean, you know, she plays off like she's checking out the weather and everything. I think she just wants somebody just to talk to.
So okay, if I have any like if I have any like little like skepticism with this film, and something that came later because I've seen this numerous times, but you see how bad the fucking snowstorm is, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So she has trouble with accessing the phones, but can you know get to the radio and talk to the forest police, you know the forest rangers or whatever, and
Right.
how you know, and then you see a scene with her and Danny watching TV. I'm like, so if the storm is that bad, how would they have and they're way the fuck up there in those mountains? Where how would they have signal good enough to for the TV to come through? You know, because this
Right.
is before cable and everything. There's no like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and if you notice when you're watching that scene, look at the TV. You know, it's kind of just sitting right in the middle. Look at
Yep.
it. Right directly behind it is a bunch of glass doors. There's no cord coming out of the TV to be plugged in anywhere.
Yeah. Yep.
There's no cord.
Yep.
But yeah, because there definitely wasn't cable and shit then. You know what I mean? So it's like definitely, especially not way up there in the mountain.
No, bro. No.
Back in 1980, it was hard to get cable to some, you know, just regular cities, let alone up there.
Yep. True.
That was early days of HBO and cable and shit.
I
I
always
mean,
like always like trying to figure out too, like whenever they show like movies with people watching TV or films in the background, I always like trying to figure out what they're watching as well, man.
yes, yeah,
This I'm gonna have to. That's one thing I haven't figured out, like what the movie is that they're watching on the TV. But it'd be good to like research.
someone said it on a video, but I can't remember what it was. If somebody there in the chat, if one of you guys know, let me know because I am curious.
Yeah, what are Danny and Wendy watching on the TV and shit? Oh, this fucking part right here, dude.
Got a picture here about 6, 7 months ago. That's I got really good. I got it for really good and cheap too. It's got a nice little picture of them, the twins, and it's got their autographs on it.
Now are they still alive, the twins? Because like, did
Mm-hmm.
they hit them up to fucking do a cameo in Doctor Sleep?
I don't know about that, but as far as I know, they're still alive. Yeah, they this picture I got, they just signed that not even a year ago, I think.
Yeah. This is when, like, you know, as a kid and you see this, you're like, this is when kids that your own age start creeping you out and shit. Like, oh fuck, man.
Yeah,
Cause like Danny, you either were a kid that looked like that or you knew a kid that looked like that back then. But those little girls, man, like, you know, not many, you know, unless you lived somewhere where, you know, there was a lot of twins or what, you weren't really exposed to that so much, you know what I mean? And just looking as creepy as they were and shit.
so Prism says, yeah, he's an unpowered TV screen. My favorite show. Yeah, it's yeah, it's on batteries or something, man.
Right?
Blew my mind. You know, I remember seeing that years ago, thinking, where the hell's that plugged in? And then somebody said it was talking about it on a video, and it, you know what I mean. There's no cord coming from it at all.
Right here is, yeah, right here. Here it is. So if anybody knows what this movie is that they're watching, um, shit, put it in the fucking chat.
Yeah, because I hate to Google and cheat, but might have to now.
Bro, yeah, there literally is no cord, dude. It's like this
Yeah, I
starts
mean,
making
there's
you
no
think
cord.
like they're all going mad at this point, I think. And Danny already knows what the fuck's gonna happen because he has the shine. So
He's the only one I think that's still really clicking right, man. Because I mean, you could say the cord is behind it, plugged into the wall behind it, but behind it is glass door.
yep.
Unless it leads to maybe the door stop. You know what I mean? The bottom of the door sill, and they got the cord directly behind it, and then underneath, and then like screwed in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Underneath the metal.
yeah. There's no cord on the floor like to
Right.
yeah, dude. Crazy.
And you know Kubrick did that shit on purpose. That's just the way he was.
This shot right here too, man. The way, one of the probably best filming locations ever, man, with this fucking hotel, dude. You know, and the way it's shot and in the hotel is just phenomenal too.
Yeah,
Outside, inside.
the scenes when they're in the when they're in the maze, they use that salt shit. They say it was eating up their boots and everything.
Mm.
He's being, yeah, and you can tell it's not just to keep him waking him up because he wants to be considerate. It's just because you know what I mean.
Yep.
Hey, what's happening, Dag? Thanks for stopping through, man. We're right here at the scene when Danny's going in here to see Jack, and Jack's starting to look really weird at this point.
There's a mirror again, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's really hesitant at this point. He's just not sure exactly. Kid does an incredible job.
Yeah, man.
He just he wouldn't say shit if he had a mouthful of it, you know. Prism says I just Googled it, and it's a movie called Summer of 42. That's right, Summer of 42. A movie about a man having an affair with an older woman.
Oh shit. Oh, you know what? Okay, so what's interesting about that, right? Is
Thanks,
the
Prism.
scene coming up is room 237 when he sees that fucking lady, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she comes out young and then she's old afterwards with all those fucking marks all over her and shit. Like she's like, you know.
Yeah. that one was pretty fucking creepy too. But that now I will give it to the remake. That scene in the remake, that woman looks fucking scary as shit in the remake.
it, you has everybody here seen Doctor Sleep? Because that's another thing touched on in that film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Doctor Sleep's basically where they was taking a combination of Kubrick's film and King's novel and putting it together and then making a film sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you think about it that way, they actually did a pretty good job, Doctor Sleep. That's one of my fiance's favorites. She likes it better than The Shining.
Soulless Trenchcoat, right? Trenchy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he likes Doctor Sleep better than The Shining. I'm like, no, but
Yeah,
some people do, man.
yeah, man. Ewan McGregor is always good too. And that chick that plays the hat, she does a kick ass job too.
Oh yeah, bro.
To me, what she reminds me of? She reminds me of like an evil version of Edie Brickell.
Yes. I was talking to Trenchy. I was talking to somebody else about her, that woman in Doctor Sleep. I said if you was to cast I mean the hat has a lot to do with it, but it's her presence as well. You would have
Right.
cast the the DC like character Zatanna, the magician chick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, cast her as that character, man. Cast that
Hell yeah.
woman. There's Disney theme throughout this whole fucking thing too, dude, because he has Disney toys and the shirt, and there's a lot of that as well. So
Yeah, I love the theory. Well, I'm not sure it was so much as the theory, but it was I think it was Dopey in his room before they left to come here. Uh, in one of them, he's there, like guarding the door, but when they go to leave, he's not up there anymore.
Wednesday.
Yeah, that's some fucking snow. Here it is with his Apollo sweater, and they talked about how this is made out to look kind of like the launch landing and shit.
Yep. Yeah, where it land. Yeah, exactly, bro. And here and the ball comes right down the middle, like boom. There's the moon, people. Stanley Kubrick's telling you, I did it. And then count the number of cards as well, because all that is significant, bro. All of it. If there was ever an elevator that I seen in any building like this, I would never fucking get in any elevator that looked like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's funny, they don't do anything with the elevators except for the shit with the blood.
Yeah,
That's something
I wish
just
they would have done
it.
something on the elevator. Do you?
No, the only time you see it's when is with all the blood comes pouring out. That's the only time.
Yeah, there should have been a scene in the elevator. That would have been fucking dope, man.
Yeah. Now since see what you think about this. See what your opinion is.
Okay.
Now since Kubrick's going at it from the aspect of the non-supernatural, more of the mind and instead of the ghosts, what do you think happened to his shoulder? Do you think? I mean,
okay. So my theory is that when he went in the room to if you're going more of like the mind, like psychological thriller type, right? Then when he went in the room and spoke with Jack, that you don't see the scene where he's abused again, right?
You don't see him leave. You just see him come in and sit there, and then all of a sudden he's asking him, "Did your mom say this?" and all this.
Yeah, and then he gets mad and fucking flips out on him and shit. Like if you want to go with that angle, but I still see all the supernatural shit in this film, even as is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, you get little different things. I mean, it could be checked off as just shit in Jack's mind, or Wendy, or even with Wendy. Have you noticed Jack? The only ghost he supposedly sees is the bartender. She's the one that sees all the skeletons and all that shit. So I can see where that one person was talking about with the Wendy theory, where she's the one that's really crazy.
I I don't know. Yeah, I don't. I don't know
Watch
who
that.
that's
Watch
kind of
that
a
movie
stretch.
when you get a
Huh?
chance. Look up the
Yeah,
Wendy theory and check that out when you get a chance. It's actually pretty damn good.
because here he sells it as like he's terrified of even the thought of that he's having that dream. You know what I
Right.
mean?
He's having uncontrollable dreams and thoughts about hurting them,
Yep.
and it's fucking him up. And she's just trying to be there for him right now. And now, you hadn't seen Danny since then, right?
No.
Except for to go into that room. Did he really go into that room or no?
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of things. I mean, I think that's why there's so many theories on this movie. Is you can just, I mean, we could sit here and talk till this time tomorrow about different aspects of what could have happened or what might have happened. We could talk about it for 24 hours straight and not repeat the same thing.
Yep. Yeah, there's so much to pull from this film, bro. Like you can analyze it like forever. You know,
That's its secret. That's its appeal.
that's the beauty of Kubrick, man. Most of his films like are like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now watch this when Danny's coming walking towards them and shit.
Yeah.
Watch the expression. Well, you can't really see it because they're far away. And Jack is kind of all caught up in what the hell's going on. But
Well, you notice he walks up here and he stops. He doesn't run when she comes toward him, but he stops short of going anywhere near where his dad is.
yep. And remember,
That's true.
the thing is, like they already said before when the woman doctor was there and shit in the beginning that he got his arm basically pulled out of his socket. So here's a side of him again that looks, messed with.
Right. And I mean, we didn't see him when he was drinking and when he was in his active alcoholic phase, but it gives it off like this is kind of the way he was. This is kind of the way he behaved. And then he thinks he's drinking here, he thinks he's drinking and
I'm looking at the kid's neck and the side of his face, like, you don't, it's only one side too. You don't see, like, if Jack would have put his hands like as to like choke Danny or what, it would have been both sides, but this is only one side. So how did he hit him to make him, have that mark too? That's another thing.
So it's like a slap across the face and then a grab of the shoulder and the sweater to keep him from running.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, it looks like
he slapped him and he went to take off and he snatched the sweater and just enough for it to tear it and then he got away.
He's all like he's kind of just like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, because he doesn't remember a bit of it. So if he did it, he has no clue. See, he's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
This is when he actively in his mind anyway, becomes an active alcoholic again.
Right. The gold room. The colors in this are very significant as well, people, if you don't know. Yeah, he's full blown at this point, I think, because
I love this. It's like Kubrick pointed the camera at him and said, "Give me Jack Torrance after what just happened. Give me how he'd react. Give me his frustration on the way to the goal." And then he just kind of ad-libbed it. If you want somebody to look crazy and come off crazy and come off, in a very unique way, Nicholson was the man. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, because just like in Cuckoo's Nest, he goes in there as an excuse to not have to sit in jail. By the time he leaves, or by the time he not leaves, by the time the movie ends, he belongs there.
Oh yeah.
Nurse Ratched, man. Oh my god. Talk about a flaming bitch.
Yep. Yeah, I was surprised when I heard that they did like a series about her, like I don't know if it was Netflix or whatever, but I'm like, why do we need that fucking story? We don't need that story. She's just a bitch. Yeah. We
got plenty of her in Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah.
They're in a mental hospital in the fucking 70s, which if you know anything, if you know any history about like, asylums, sanitariums, mental hospitals, the shit that was going on in those places with the people that were running them, was
Shit they
horrific.
got away with. Yeah, shit they got away with was fucking horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Because what a lot of people don't realize is either way, when you go into those places, they are paid for by our dollars and your dollar, and the more people they have in there and consider insane or crazy, the more money they get.
Yes.
So if you're not crazy, they'll damn sure make sure that you become that way.
Doctor Sleep, this person at the bar, this bartender makes an appearance as well. It's not the same bartender. I think they did some CGI shit with it, but
Yeah. I like it when in Doctor Sleep when they have Jack being up there as a bartender.
yeah.
You know who played him, right?
No.
Henry Thomas.
Oh shit.
That was Henry Thomas.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Yep. I see. I was like, God damn, who is that? Because they had him looking pretty damn close, and I checked it out, and the credits and everything. Henry Thomas.
That's dope. I always liked you, Lloyd.
Yeah, you're the best of them. The best goddamn bartender.
Or Portland, Oregon, for that matter.
Yeah. Months on the way. Oh, but it's just me. Pretty sad that we know the dialogue.
Yeah.
It says a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's just a great film, and like I said, it's in my top 3 or 4 easily. It doesn't matter what mood I'm in. Like I said, they may change around the orders, but Shining's always there.
Mm-hmm.
It'll fall into the old sperm bake upstairs.
So
That's such a vile way to refer to your wife, man. The mother of your kid. Oh my God. There's so many things that happened in movies back then and were said in movies and done in movies that just could not be done or said or even alluded to in today's films and shows.
even stuff like people smoking in movies was big back then.
Oh,
right?
Especially back in like the 40s and 50s. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And now it's like they kind of like they steer away from it a lot. You know what I mean?
Well, hell yeah. You can't even have a cigarette commercial. There hasn't been a cigarette commercial in 35 years or something.
I love that little son of a bitch.
Yeah. You see him bounce around to several different emotions when he's talking to him.
Yeah.
It's creepy. It really is. So you look at Woo. And he ain't talking to nobody. He just sit there talking to the bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because when they were showing him the hotel in the beginning, like, oh no, we take all the liquor out before we leave, type of shit.
So he just he just convinced he's drinking. Coordination. Pounds per energy.
Yeah, a few extra foot pounds.
Second per second. Prince says, "What is he drinking?" Well, he's not actually drinking, but it looked to me like bourbon.
Yeah.
By they usually use Jim Beam or Jack London. This meek woman was carrying around this bat ready to use. Fucking mind.
See, that this is where you're like, where the theory of her like kind of like that she's lost it as well is because remember she already blamed him for doing it, and now she's like saying that the fucking like the woman did it and stuff. Like,
Yeah, because that's what Danny told her supposedly.
yep.
So that right there, you know what I mean? That's where it contradicts a lot. Prism said, Prism says, is it just an empty glass? Basically, I'm not sure if he even has a glass in his hand. Not sure exactly. I'm not sure either, but he sure thinks he's drinking. These pictures are great, man. That he's got in his room there.
Yep.
He's
Oh yeah.
definitely
Oh yeah.
he's definitely a fan. And
best picture in the whole movie, man.
well, no, the one behind him is even better. Watch. This one's even better. Halloran's definitely a fan. Yeah, yeah. The one across from me is cool, but to me, this one's even better.
Yeah, this is like an Ohio Players type of album cover and stuff.
Right.
Then he got the albums off to the left on the floor and shit. Now he's like, yeah, man, something's gonna happen up there at that hotel. He knows because he's got the shine too.
Yeah, he's been using it for so long. You know what I mean? He's you know, this type of thing, just like anything, I assume you learn how to use it better, and not necessarily get stronger, but you just know how to control it.
This
You know
part
what I mean?
right there, dude.
You're more tuned into it, and he's tuned into that little kid, man.
Happen. He knows right here, dude. It's when he knows.
Yeah, because he got a connection with Danny when they met, man, and they're like, you know what I mean? I think that's kind of the way The Shining works.
Yep, they're both going through it right now, dude.
Mm-hmm. That's yeah.
Crazy.
What he goes through is so strong and so painful and so traumatic to him that he actually switches in and becomes Tony for a little bit because he just can't his mind can't tolerate it.
I love this fucking carpet, dude. This
Yes.
carpet. I love this carpet, man. Joker colors, man. Purple and green, dude.
Oh yeah. I didn't really thought about that.
And look, Jack played the Joker. Joker colors right there, dude. And my wife's like, I love this bathroom, but the colors need to go. She always said that shit.
I love this green wall here. This kind of green and certain kind of reds, like for instance in Suspiria.
Oh,
I love 70s colors, man.
Yes.
70s decor was shit for me. I love that shit.
Yeah,
I think his bathroom looks badass.
With the orange makes the whole shit look very sanitized. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like almost like a medical doctor's type of room and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, you can practically smell the cleaning shit, the shit they use to clean it.
Yeah.
First he was like, "What the hell?" And now he's like, "Oh, okay." He said, "Whatever. I was just down there drinking nothing a minute ago. I'll buy it. Fuck it."
Another thing you don't get in movies too many times now, people is full frontal nudity with women. That's another thing that was big back in the 60s, 70s, and early 80s and shit.
Yeah. Well, the shaved aspect, today's shaved aspect might have a little bit more to do with that too. It leaves a lot less to the imagination.
Yep.
She was some kind of a Swedish actress or something like that. I do believe. She just hired just to do this. She probably knew somebody or something. I'll have to check into that.
Yeah, he's fucking with it.
Yeah. When was the last time you did a watch along?
Probably About a couple weeks. I watched something. I watched Tubi a lot. Tubi has a lot of fucking great movies, man.
They just got a lot of movie. Hell yeah, they got in their horror section. There's like 2,000 or 3,000 fucking horror movies there, at least.
Yeah, like the ones you're talking about, like on your list, like like they might throw pieces up on there or some shit, dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
They have movies like that up there on Tubi.
They got well, hell, YouTube. Like I say, YouTube's got Humongous and Nightmares and Just Before Dawn, and I think Pieces. They got a lot more than what people think.
Mm-hmm.
People will just upload them here and there, and then before YouTube, YouTube won't realize that they're there, and they'll just bypass them, and eventually they'll take them off. But then somebody will just upload it again.
Oh fuck. This fucking part, dude.
That one was just creepy all over the place, man.
I had to turn it up a little bit. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, it locks it. There you go. So I'll be taking that key too,
Yeah, hell yeah.
the moon room key.
Yep.
He's just trying to find out if his suspicions are true. He knows they are, but kind of hoping while he's calling that maybe he's mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
As long as he's worked there, though, I mean, he should know that with that weather, the phones are going to be down.
Mm-hmm.
This one shit hits the fan right here.
Yeah.
I mean, Shelley Duvall's not the most attractive woman in the world, but as far as personality and this Wendy character, you couldn't ask for a sweeter wife.
Yeah.
She's like puts up with too much shit. That's cool, man. Appreciate you're still here, man. Right here at the gateway of the proverbial shit getting ready to hit the fan. Getting ready. She starts mentioning wanting to, what I mean, maybe we should leave. That's when he's like, what? That's when it's death. His kids' well-being is no longer his priority. Yeah, yeah. What are you eating, Echo? Echo Zero is joining me Monday for WrestleGoria. We're doing top 10 greatest WrestleMania matches of all time.
Nice.
Which is going to be a tough list. Putting them in the right order is going to be the bitch. Which I already know what my top 2 or 3 is going to be. It's the other 7 that I don't know. There's probably going to be a ton of honorable mentions too. Maybe not a ton, but at least a few. Yeah, I like doing these watch-alongs, man.
Red
I'd have been doing a long time ago if I realized I'd like them so much.
Yeah, it's definitely fun, man.
But but us with all of us being so far away from each other, man. You know what I mean? The people that you like, you can't sit down and enjoy films with. You know what I mean? That's why we're on here is because of our love for it. So this is the only way we can check them out together.
Yep.
Bacon. Sure was having some bacon. I haven't had bacon in a while, man. Cyril says it was hard to pick matches out. Also, find some of the items I got when I went to WrestleMania 19. Very cool. WrestleMania 19 had one of my favorite matches on it. The Jericho Shawn Michaels match. That yeah. Yeah. Immerse himself in the craziness of this hotel now.
Mm-hmm. And notice how he was the one supposed to be doing all the shit with the boiler work and everything, but you see the scene, it was her with the fucking, instructions and her putting shit on and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think he's had a thought about it at least in several days or maybe weeks.
Yep.
So the place would have done and said boom. That'd be scary to be in a place where you just couldn't forget that shit, or you'd be, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's that's serious. You can't afford to forget that.
Nope. All the balloons.
Imagine if he was a smoker or something like that. All the cigarettes and shit or whatever you'd have to get together before you even went. All the money you'd have to have just to get prepared to go to spend all winter.
Right?
Unless they paid you ahead, you know what I mean? Unless they went in and paid you ahead of time, which I'm not sure if I see that happening.
No, I don't. You don't see that. But there's cigarette, like those old school cigarette pull machines all over the hotel too.
Right.
You know?
Or if you was a practicing alcoholic, with them taking the alcohol you'd have to take with you.
Mm-hmm.
Got a few stories about WrestleMania 19. Best is the drunk who's sitting near me pissing everyone off, but that was irritating. Every now and then I come across Easter eggs for The Shining in video games. Oh yeah,
Huh. Explain.
like what video games? What I mean, now he's got a whole room full of people.
Yep.
Whiskey.
This is in the 1920s because you see the fashion. So you got the flapper girls and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So this is
Yeah,
probably
they got
not
the little hats
too
and
long
shit.
after it opened.
The women got the little hat things on their head. Yeah, that they wore back in the day, 20s
Yep.
and 30s.
Your money's no good here. Orders from the house. That ain't that. See.
Yeah, yeah, it does dip into the some of the supernatural, even though Kubrick, you know what I mean? They swear Kubrick wasn't making it from a supernatural point of view, but I think he did shove a little bit of it in there.
Yep.
Sort of says, like Back for Blood. In one mission, you go into an apartment building, and in it has a rug in it that's seen in The Shining. Cool. They actually have those. They actually have those carpets. I wouldn't mind getting a carpet for that for this room.
Yeah.
At least for the hallway leading into the other part. That'd be cool. They got little placemats and stuff, but I like a bigger one. But at least an area around. This little thing they said this little thing he does here with that all over his hand when they're going to head to the bathroom when he pats him on the back that was ad libbed. This part right here. That's what I've heard. That right there.
Yep. Well, it's kind of like him getting back at him too, because he's like, "All right, motherfucker, you spilled this shit all over me. I'm gonna get some on your shit too." You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Sure it is. It's a rug scene when the boy is riding the big wheel down the hallway. That is a rug you see in Back to Blood.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sorry guys, I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. Take a piss, man. Give me a couple minutes.
All right. I'll keep talking that way, like, you know, it doesn't get no dull moments in this video. This scene right here, where, you know, everything is, notice how everything is sanitized. Like, if there was truly a party going on, there would have been, like, you know, piss stains in the toilets and all this shit like that, and whatnot. But there's like literally like nothing, you know, and it's just everything is so sanitized in the hotel, like the areas that nobody's been going in and all that. But like Gore said, Kubrick, and that's the thing, like Kubrick loved to like fuck with people's minds in all his movies. And you know, him saying that, yeah, well, there's no really supernatural element in this, but there still is. I mean, just the boy Danny and Scatman Crothers character having the shining, that's a supernatural element within itself, you know. Yeah, and you know, blood, I mean, red is blood. That's always this symbolism with blood, red, and all that. So the colors play off each other in this film as well. They all have their own little significance. You see where he's talking about chopping the wife and daughter.
Yeah. Every little detail to in a Kubrick movie. If there is no continuity errors in a Kubrick movie, if there's an error, it's because he meant to do it.
Yep.
Guaranteed. He was way too much of a perfectionist.
Yep.
So I love this red color in this bathroom. You know, so my thumbnails and everything like that, I use a lot of black and red.
And see, okay, there's a bourbon or, you know, some type of alcoholic drink on the right near the urinal, and remember he had just spilled that other drink stuff, which was a different color.
Yeah, he had spilled a little bit of the fruity drinks into his bourbon on the rocks.
And his jacket's red, so in this as well right now. So you know, you get into where it's gonna start getting fucking really, really fucking nuts.
Yeah, he's just looking and going, "What do you mean?" He's telling him he's the only. He's like, "What? What do you mean? You used to be the caretaker here." No, Mr. Torrance, you're the only. You know, you've always been.
Yeah, you're not getting away with that fucking that word in any movie now either.
Right, yeah. When it is said, you catch a lot of shit for it. That's for sure. People who are ballsy enough to do it, they definitely pay for it. But it fits because this guy comes from the past. You know what I mean? So it fits that he would have that outlook and that language and that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the way he would talk. A lot of people would have anyway at that time. Most actually.
See, the thing I was like, where if Kubrick didn't throw any type of supernatural element in this, then how would Jack know? Like, if he was all this was all in his head, how would he know that his son had The Shining? Because it was something that him and the mom were unaware of. Only
Right.
people with The Shining know others that have it. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
they say that Jack has it. Jack just doesn't know how to use it. He didn't develop it over time. He kind of he didn't accept that he had it, so he never used it. They say that Jack is the one Danny got it from, not Wendy.
mm,
So he maybe that right there could explain a lot of the shit going on too, if that's true. You
right, and
know,
he does say in the movie, he's like, "I've been here many times. It's
yeah,
deja vu."
he,
So
he he's experiencing the shining. He just doesn't know that's what he's experiencing. And they say that that's why they chose all these years nobody got fucked with except for this guy. But then they fuck with Jack because Jack has the shining, and that makes him receptive to it.
right,
Yeah, he just been in denial all these years about having anything special like that.
mm-hmm.
So whether you're in denial or not, it's going to come through, especially if you got as strong of supernatural and and paranormal shit that's going on at this hotel. It's
Right.
going to come through. He's basically become a receptor, or whatever you can call it. Talking herself into saying, "Fuck him, I just got to get the kid out." And if he won't go, then hey, but I'm going.
Yep.
You got to talk herself up to it because she's not used to talking to him like that and doing him like that. He's in control of all.
And they mentioned about her in the beginning how she likes horror movies and horror, like, novels. Is They have a lot of books. There's a lot of references to books. And that's another. She's reading Catcher in the Rye in the beginning in this when she's at the table with Danny as well.
Oh
So
yeah.
Red Rum.
I I I love that detail when they're sitting there. CJ was talking about when they're sitting there at the kitchen table before they come here, and he's eating straight down the middle of the peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
I I just love that little detail because a lot of little kids would do that. They eat straight down the middle of it.
Yep. Leave the fucking crust and all that shit.
Just little details. Yeah, I love to see that shit in movies, man. Shit that makes me feel like that it's what I mean. Shit that makes me understand it and that I have a feel for it. When I see a bunch of shit in movies that I constantly have to sit there and say, no, man, it's not enjoyable to me. But you see
So
little things that you can understand, little things that you've seen or done, you get a better connection to it.
I'm assuming that this HBO version is the 4K like version of it because of how it just looks so fucking crisp, all the colors and everything. There's literally almost no grain at all, none.
Yeah, they've improved the 4K streaming a lot the last year or two. They've improved, yeah, they've definitely improved it because for the longest time, you know what I mean, it'd say it's 4K streaming, but they've streaming so many movies that what I mean, all those gigs would be divided up, and you just wouldn't get the 4K experience.
And you see, Danny's wearing a red sweater now too. So
Mm-hmm.
shit. Plug my battery in. Oh no. That would suck. Let me see this shit. All right. Hopefully, it might not even. Yeah.
Yeah, I love the Reds in this Ciro, man. I love the Red. It reminds me of the love that I have for the Reds and Suspiria. Suspiria is just a visually pleasing show, man.
Mm-hmm.
The visuals all by itself is enough to put it up a couple notches. That's why I love Italian horror and just Italian cinema like that, man, because they're I mean they're not as much on the great acting and the great script writing as they are just the great experience. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Foreign horror is more of an experience than it is a perfect 10 out of 10 performance.
Yeah.
It's more about the experience than it is great acting, great.
8 a.m.
That's all I always called Fulci's movies, was they're more of an experience than they are a 5-star film. Just as important, but just different.
Yep. And now he's flying back. So
Yeah. I love the when he the guy that he borrows the what do you call him, the snowcat or whatever.
Yep.
Is Tony Burton from the Rocky movies.
Oh, okay.
He plays Apollo's trainer.
And he's got a red shirt on now too. So
So I didn't really notice those kind of things like that with
yep.
with the red shirts and everything. That's why this is like the perfect watch along movie, because everybody sees something different, and every time you see it, you see something. It's like a different experience every time you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a Kubrick trademark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta do Clockwork Orange, man. If I do Clockwork Orange sometime in the future, man, you gotta join again.
Oh, dude, that's one I would definitely fucking be up for.
All right, man. I'll definitely remember that because I'm definitely gonna do it sooner or later. I'll definitely let you know in plenty of time, and we'll do the watch along again.
Yeah.
That's one you definitely, if you're gonna do watch along of that one, you got to definitely do it with somebody that can appreciate what it is, because a lot of people just don't know what the hell it is. It's one of those movies, you either love it or you hate it.
Yep.
There is no in between on Clockwork.
Oh yeah, this is the dude from Rocky and shit.
Ever show off this Alex figure?
No, I haven't seen it. A bitty old hyper violence.
yeah. Ultra violence. Yeah.
Violence, yeah. The Droogs.
Yeah. See, that's a problem with Kubrick being dead and gone. Is now this movie's got so many different aspects, just like all of his other films, that now people just theorize about it constantly because they don't have any way to prove either way. So they're still trying to just figure it out. You know what I mean? And you're not going to.
No, you won't, because that's the thing with Kubrick. He would never tell you, and he even if he was still alive, he would never tell you. He'd be like, that's left up for interpretation.
Yeah, not even the people that helped him make it know exactly.
Yep. There's the car. There's the car. Yep. The fucking.
Yep. That was that was the color of the Volkswagen in in King's book.
Yep.
He crashed that and moved on and did his own thing, is what he was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King actually doesn't hate this movie anymore. He's actually warmed up to it a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that. I
Yeah.
definitely heard that.
It only took him 40 years to decide, well, it's not my story, but it's not bad.
Oh fuck! What's going on with my battery, dude? Hey, you know what I'm gonna do real quick, bro?
What's up?
I'm gonna switch my devices, right?
All right. Hey, thanks for stopping in, movie chat. Appreciate it. Definitely one of the greatest movies ever made. Just like I've been saying throughout it, it's always in my top three. Always. This is just like I was telling Steele. Um, this movies I remember as a kid. I was born in 1973, so Halloween '78, The Exorcist, the original Night of the Living Dead from '68, and this one. These four movies are why I'm here. Is why I'm doing why I do what I do and why I love film. Yeah, I appreciate you sticking around a little bit longer, Prism. Didn't think you was gonna stay with me too long tonight, but I appreciate you sticking it out through most of it anyway so far. Appreciate everybody. Thanks very much. Like I said, give me that like if you would. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you like it, some of the weird shit that I do, hit that bell if you because I got a lot of new things coming up and a lot of different little things that I'm very excited about coming up. Yeah, but 1980, good time to be born. You just in time to start catching a lot of the greats as they were new and coming out even. Just try you need sleep. What time you got to get up? Here it is. This one she realizes exactly what she's dealing with. Uh, they're still back with us.
Hey,
Hey,
you hear me?
yep.
All right. Yeah, I had to switch devices. My tablet, man, hasn't been holding a charge, bro. I gotta figure out why the fuck it's doing that.
Mm,
But I'm back.
just in time for the makes Jack a dull boy.
Yep. That's all he's written.
Yeah, gotta be up at 6 a.m. to am. Well, shit, the movie's damn near over now. Might as well stick around with us till the end.
it's yeah, it's not much more. About another 40 minutes.
30 or so, yeah.
Yeah,
It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes, so about a half hour.
all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
In all different sizes and different variations and different ways, but it's still the same thing.
Yeah.
He's got it written just like a novel, except for it says the same sentence over and over again. That's crazy. That's what's scary about it.
Yep.
I mean, she's terrified. She's like, "Oh my god, this is the best performance of the movie."
Yep.
It's like I can see us at the theater, but when they're going up the steps there, and with the baseball bat, that's
Yep.
the scene where I can just hear cheering happen when that happens. Wham! Yeah,
How do you like
because she didn't have a choice, man. She was either gonna fucking use the bat on him or get killed. I mean, it's that simple. They're both so good here, man. They're both so good. He's like, oh, so you've seen it. All right. Let's get started.
Hmm.
Talk about why you look like that, man. Exactly. I bet she can.
He's still wearing red. Danny's still wearing red. She is not. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he got the red shirt and the more was it the brick
yeah,
red type robe.
yeah, it would have been crazy if they would have had like any little type of scene in the elevator, man.
Something, or at least a pop open. You know what I mean? During a pop open, and one of the guests that their former one of the dead guests that are bloodied or whatever.
Yep.
They said a lot of these scenes that Kubrick could make them do it like 70 and 80 times, yet he would go with a second or third take. You know,
Yep.
it must have been exhausting, man. Imagine doing 80 takes of the same scene and then him using the first one.
What, like a fucking like a dick, dude.
Oh man. Like, really, dude? Make me do that 80 times, man, and you're gonna use the second one? I think he did that shit because he just wanted to get performances like this.
Yeah.
They're stressed, you can tell.
Yeah, and then
Especially
whatever
her, man. She's
whatever they filmed for scenes after this, like really like was they were already fucking, into it so much from doing the scenes over and over and over again.
oh yeah. Especially hers, man. She's looking quite basket casey at this point. I'm not sure how much of it's a performance and how much she's really distressed the fuck out right now. See, this is something she's never pulled on him. I don't think she's ever pulled a bat on him before.
Nope.
But he's
Never
blown
fought
away by
back.
that.
Yep, never fought back, probably.
Yeah, so he's all yeah, that's kind of screwing him up. He's like, what the hell? So he's not even taking her seriously with it. He's not really. You're like, she ain't gonna hit me with that. Because he considers her fucking weak. Now he's insulted. Oh, how dare you swing that bat at me? There it is. Oh, there's the cheer
Bang.
from the crowd in the theater.
Yeah.
She just took her respect.
and then drags them.
Yeah, a long ass wave. I mean, he's not a huge dude, but I mean, she's kind of skinny and
Yeah,
frail.
man. Yep. I think
Yeah,
she's she's fairly tall though. And shit.
oh yeah, she's even I mean, like I said, Nicholson's not tall, but she's definitely taller than he is. She's probably 5'9", 5'10", at
Mm-hmm.
least. I wanted to get a. They got there's a couple different companies that got Jack Torrance figures, but they're expensive, man. I'd love to get a hold of one. I've been trying to forever. I just can't pay $200 for a figure.
Yeah.
And my money situation hasn't gotten better over the last year. It's gotten worse.
Oh yeah, bro. That's many of us, brother.
I can't even keep up with the physical media collection as well as I used to, and that's very upsetting to me. I haven't in at least the last year. I haven't been able to do as much, but
Yep.
I do what I can. And what's weird is when I actually get one that I've really been wanting for a few months. When I actually do get it, I appreciate it a lot more than what I did at one time. When I was able to get whatever one I wanted on pre-order.
Yep.
A couple of years ago, I could do that, and now that I can't, I find I appreciate it a little bit more. I'm a little more excited about it.
Yeah. I haven't bought anything in a while, man. I sold off of so many things. I still have quite a bit, but not like as many as I had, man.
Yeah,
Last thing I bought was uh they came out with the Warriors edition. It was like somebody put it out in Australia, so I had my friend Jace hook that up and stuff.
yeah. That's talking about the imprint one.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing runs expensive now, man. Very expensive. Because there's only a couple thousand of them.
Yeah, I bought it when it was still like, going pretty cheap.
Pre-order price. Yeah, that's the first um, Blu-ray copy. I do believe that was the first Blu-ray copy made of the theatrical version, not that director's cut.
I have the FYE steelbook they came out with, and I have that imprint that came out. So
That's
those
why
those
Steelbook's going pretty expensive too.
yeah, those will be ones that I hold on to. Like I'll never get rid of those.
Warriors,
You gotta-
good one, man. Warriors, the Outsiders too. That new. I want to get a hold of that new Outsiders too, man.
have you ever
It's pretty
seen
nice.
the Wanderers?
Uh-uh.
Oh man, go dude. The Wanderers came out in 1979. That's another fucking fantastic film. Same year as the Warriors and
The
um
Wanderers. Okay.
New York as well, bro. The 19, mid to late 60s gangs and shit.
Right.
And it's on Tubi, The Wanderers, bro. So you can watch it for
Cool.
free.
Cool. Definitely will.
This fucking snow, man, kills me, dude.
Yeah, so she's going to check out the Snowcat. Yeah, because what he just said was very concerning.
Oh,
He's out
movie cat said they were born in 1980.
there. Yeah.
Damn. Wow.
Yeah, I was telling him that was a good time to be that's a good time to be born, man, because you're just in time to start catching a lot of the great classics when they were
Yep.
new.
Yeah, he pulled the fucking distributor shit out, the caps and all that.
Cut the the spark plug wires and everything.
Yeah. 4 p.m. The times on this are relevant too to all the the symbolism and shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I always wonder too about this is like for this part here. if there's no supernatural or anything going on in Kubrick's screenplay and their screenplay of it, how does he get out of here?
Exactly, bro.
Because otherwise, I don't care what he's got up his sleeve. He's not getting out of here.
See, he been eating that shit too, so he's been in there for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Off to the right of him, that's what he's been like fucking snacking on and shit.
Peanuts and Oreos and all that. Yeah.
Grady.
Jacks maybe or something. Yeah, he's been there for at least so long.
Few hours. Sweet gherkin pickle.
Yeah, is this scene where it shows? There it is.
Yep, back to the Indian and Native American stuff.
Yeah, and it's turned just so you can read it.
Mm-hmm. Met. It's Calumet, but Met. Yep.
Make it where you can clearly see the Native American.
Yeah, the head.
So he took a little more inspiration off the King novel than what a lot of people act like and what a lot of people think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yet he also sticks in, his little secrets of what he wants people to know without actually saying so. Telling things he's carried around, you know what I mean? Like things to do with the moon landing and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He sticks it in there the only way he really can because he knows he can't say shit.
And this right here, where in the back, this is the golden ray. That's ray means king. So, and then you got the gold room and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. So king, that's a reference to Stephen King right there.
Huh.
Yep. See, these little things, intricate things that people don't pick up on, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you really have to really, you know what I mean? It's just not what your average person would think when they're watching a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when
Yeah,
you
you
take
have to be a student of film, bro. You really have to like know shit, certain things and all that, man.
the student of history as well,
Yep.
the average person, when they just watch a film, they just kind of watch a film. They don't really think about. But when you watch somebody like Kubrick, you have to look at everything involved.
Yeah. That dude
He's not
was
a
a
man.
fucking absolute genius, brother. Absolute
Yeah,
genius.
so smart. It made him weird and just kind of off to the, you know what I mean, just kind of off.
Mm-hmm.
There's a level of intelligence you get to where it makes you odd and weird. Too smart.
Yep.
It is, and it makes you wonder: is there no heat in those snowcats? Because I mean, you can still see his breath in there, or maybe it just don't work. I don't know.
No, dude. It's probably yeah. It might no, because it's just so fucking cold. Like I don't know how the heater works in those things, but like I'm assuming it's not like you can't really have it on blast too much,
Right.
you know. Right around.
Kids is great, man. He's trying to tell you something, Mom.
Mm-hmm.
He's trying to say we got to get the fuck out of this room.
This part right here, dude.
That's what he's trying to tell her. We got to get out of here, like now.
Like she she still cares for Jack too because she could have put him in the fucking freezer with the meat. How's he gonna eat that, right? She put him in the freezer with the other food, dude. You know what I'm saying?
With
Knowing
the
that he's stuck in there,
dried
he'd
goods
be able to at
storage.
least
Yeah.
survive,
Rather
right?
than freeze his ass to death, she sticks him in there where he can eat, and still be warm.
Yep,
Because she don't want to kill him. She just wants him and the kid to be safe from him.
yep. The lipstick, dude. Red TV.
Yeah. Oh hell, I never noticed the red TV. Damn. Cool.
Red Ram. Fucking. Everybody knows it's, but he writes, the middle shit backwards and stuff. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Yeah, that's pretty
The
cool.
the D and the R, so it almost look, yeah. There's something to that as well. So if you hold that up in a mirror the way he's written it, it's gonna
Uh-huh.
it's gonna say murder, but it's still gonna be murderer, like, because the D and the R are gonna be split backwards, the reflection of it and stuff. See?
Yeah, the E and the R are backwards.
Yep. ER.
The littlest damn window I've ever seen. Well, not the littlest, but for a place like that, that's a little. That's one thing I understand about this, because he tells them, when they first get there, he's telling them, "Hey, you have to run the whole hotel." Yet
That
he points
fucking
them to this
snows,
room.
dude.
He points them, and yet they go to this room, and they don't move to any of the better rooms.
Right. Probably one of the most famous lines in the movie that everybody remembers.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, Danny, that must have been fun though, to slide that down that shit.
Yeah. Get back of that toilet and smash that window frame out of there.
Yeah, no doubt.
Pick that thing up and start nailing that.
Yeah.
That'll bust through that, I think.
Yeah, it would. That porcelain would fuck it up.
Go down my volume a little bit.
Yeah, 'cause you don't want to get fucking copyright, man.
Yeah, I don't want to get flagged, man. I've never been flagged. I don't want to start.
Yeah. I lowered my shit too, man. I don't know if you can't hear any of mine, right?
Mm-mm. I don't think
Okay,
so.
good.
Here, take this, Johnny.
Here's Johnny. This dude been driving for hours and hours in that fucking thing, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Took him 5 hours to get to the place where the snowcat guy had him set up, and then from there to the hotel. Man, that fucking must have been forever, dude.
All the way up the mountain in that storm.
Yep.
Dangerous, man. Like he definitely wouldn't come there unless it was absolutely necessary.
Yep.
Cool little way they saw their transportation problem.
Yeah.
I think I'd have stayed in there a little longer if I was him rather than jump out and run. I don't know. It's a tough call.
Yeah, man.
You don't want to stay there and get caught in there. He knows something's wrong, but I don't think he knows the level.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the door that Danny ran back in right there. Is the fucking elevator.
Mm-hmm. It's the only one they show too. Well, I mean, except for upstairs or whatever. That's the same one though. I think you know what I mean. It's just upstairs.
Probably one of the creepiest elevators in the movie.
Mm.
Hmm.
Uh, Prison said, "Did you know some animals in the wild do the backtracking technique Danny uses to lose Jack?" Oh yeah,
Yep.
very cool. Like what animals, Prism? I mean, just in general, or I mean, is there specific ones?
Cover their own tracks and shit.
Yeah, it's smart to stay away from predators.
Mm. Damn.
He felt that.
Yeah.
Danny did. Like he didn't see it happen at all, yet he did.
Yep.
There you are. You are still in here. Well, he knew he came back in because it's freezing out there.
Yeah. He had no coat, nothing. He wouldn't have survived.
Yeah, it's a whole new level of cold. Prism said raccoons and small animals or smart animals like that.
Mm-hmm.
She really starts seeing the supernatural side of things.
Yeah. The people chanting and all that.
Yeah, just a little scene to like hear what's going on here. The yeah.
Yeah, right here, dude. The
Mhm. Yeah.
the asshole.
It's
That
like
shit,
what?
man. Like probably, you know how like they have these people that these communities now they call them furries. This is probably where it starts from right here. Is this shit, dude?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like you said, bro, the thing about is it me or look like the snow is shaking? Yeah, when he
Mhm.
looks outside, it looks like the snow itself is shaking.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Like just a second ago, or like,
Yeah, yeah, like a second ago.
huh? I'll have to check that out. I didn't notice it.
It was either that or the way like they did the camera and stuff, but
Yeah.
it really had this like kind of like little slight shake to the way the snow was looking.
Yeah. Because the guy that invented the Steadicam is the one that did like this shit right here.
Mm-hmm.
It was the guy that invented the original Steadicam, I guess. I can't remember his name right now.
Yeah, this is the way this is shot is fucking is great too, man.
Yeah, yeah. They fixed the problem of always having to lay down a dolly track. So the Steadicam is meant to be moved quickly and turned quickly.
Yep.
That way you don't have to lay a track every time you want to do something like that. Smart invention, man. It made it
Well, that
possible to
too,
do a lot of
but
things.
also like the dolly would have made imprints on the snow
Hmm.
for it. So yeah, you know.
That's definitely, in my opinion, one of the better inventions, camera wise, for film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn, fucking Hong Kong Fooey, man. I didn't want you to die.
Yeah, yeah. Immediately, he came there. Hell, he didn't get help at all. Well, actually, he did. He brought that vehicle.
See right here, dude.
Hmm.
The symbolism. Look at the symbols on the fucking on the elevator to itself. So, or over the door thing.
My favorite cereal is Fruity Pebble.
Oh fuck! I don't even eat cereal anymore, bro. I
Yeah,
used to. Yeah, nah. I got away from eating a lot of different things, man.
a lot of sugary shit.
Yeah, this shit right here, bro.
Jazz from Transformers. What back when you did eat cereal, what was your favorite sugary pre-sweetened cereal?
Probably shit, man. Probably like Cookie Crisp or like Fruit Loops, and then like the fucking all the Monster cereals, like all of them.
Oh man,
The,
I miss those. They still come around at Halloween time, but
yeah,
if you don't, if you're not in there and get them quick, they sell out quick.
yeah, bro. One year I got all of them because they redid all of them in somewhere in the mid 2000s. They even did the werewolf one, Fruit Brute,
Yes.
and the Mummy one that came out in the 80s, Fruity Yummy Mummy, which a lot of
Uh,
people forget about those two.
Yeah,
But I
the three main ones are the Count Chocula and the Frankenberry and the Blueberry.
yep. There we go. Now she sees it.
This is foreshadowing this part all the way through the movie.
Yep.
Danny's been seeing it, and now he's foreshadowing it actually happening.
Yep.
Kid's got some strong shiny.
Yeah.
He's breathing. He's starting to breathe. His ass is older. He's not taking this exertion and this freezing cold as well as the kid did.
Nope. Then the
Kid's
tracks
just
just end.
desperate, man. Desperation to make you be able to do a lot of things.
That adrenaline, bro, get you fucking going through some stuff, man.
You're fearing for your life, man. You find you're able to do a lot of things.
Yep.
That'd be horrible though. Fearing for your life from your dad like that, man. Oh man. I never had a dad, but I think I'd rather have been like that than to have one
Yeah,
time chop away.
yeah, same. Me too, bro. Not have one and have one that's a fucking chasing you with an axe and shit.
Right. Yeah. That's PTSD on a whole new level. Jazz from Transformers. Did he do the voice of Jazz on Transformers?
Oh, Scatman Crothers. Yep.
Did he?
I
Oh,
think
cool.
so,
That's one I didn't know he did.
yeah. Yep.
He's lost now. He has no clue of the way out. He's following these he's going where there's not even any footprints now. He has no idea where he is.
Yep. See, Danny knows because he's already been in there with his mom and shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, and he brushed all that off, waited around the corner, and when Jack didn't know where to go and just went on ahead, he just followed their footprints right out.
Yep.
Jack, for some reason, kept going where there wasn't any footprints.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's some kind of, I can't remember what they said what kind of salt that is they're using, but they said it was eating at the rubber on the boots and everything.
Fuck. Shit.
Yeah, it's some kind. I cannot remember. It's some kind of salt though that looks like snow. Yeah, so I guess Halloran did actually do something. He got killed right away, but at least you're bottom of a vehicle because otherwise they'd still be trapped there.
Yeah. Like they would have been there, just Danny and her till fucking like May or what on their own. Which
Yeah,
I mean, they would have been all right, but just the fact that what happened, man? She had to get him out of there. And shit.
nope, no prison. That's not snow. I can't remember. It told in the making of it's on here. It's I can't remember what kind of salt, but it's some kind of salt. And it was eating at their clothes and their boots and everything and all the takes that he makes them do. Ciro says
No,
he
he
did
did.
Jazz's voice up to the movie, which was in 1986. Same year. See, I never really watched any Transformers. I watched
Yeah,
G.I.
bro.
Joe and shit like that, but not Transformers.
Yeah, man. I was pretty big on Transformers. Look at see what I'm saying? Where it's shaking right there. Look. When the thing
Yeah,
was dry, you saw it like up towards the front, towards the camera, how it was shaking, bro. Right? The
yeah.
snow.
Huh. What if that's just camera shot? I don't know. It's a lot. Now, I don't know if the other shots is snow or not, or like what he slid down in, if that's snow or not. But I know the shit in the maze is salt. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a ton of salt, man. Because I mean, it made a good substitution. I mean, salt's cheap, somewhat anyway.
Frozen in time.
Yeah. Man, great movie. It's still always just as great as it was before. And, and now this picture, he's become a permanent part of everything. That's he's a
Yep.
permanent resident now in history and everything. It's odd.
Untouchable film, dude. I know they did Doctor Sleep,
Yeah.
and some people like Doctor Sleep, more. I don't really know why, but like, you don't have Doctor Sleep without this, dude. So
Right, and he
see,
just
1921 or yeah, 1921.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
it's just on a whole other level, but just like the other ones I was mentioned earlier. Prism says, "Have you seen the zoom out where he is buried in snow?" No. Um, appreciate you coming and enjoying this film with me, man.
Yeah, no doubt, bro. No
Um,
fucking doubt.
I'll make a plan to do Clockwork Orange, man, and we'll do that here sometime in the near future.
Yeah, man, I would love to do that, man. Another Kubrick film too. So
Awesome, yeah. Thanks, Prism. Bye. Get some rest for work tomorrow, man. And thanks so much for sticking around with us this whole time, man. I know you got to get up. Thank you so much for sticking around. Much love to you. Stick around with me for a minute, man. When I get off here, and so I can talk to you for a minute, if you would.
yeah, no problem, man. I'm here.
All right. Thanks everybody for checking this watch along with us out. Next week, next Tuesday, I'm going to be doing another one. Probably one of the ones I talked about earlier. Not sure which one, but much love to all of you, and thanks again. If you haven't liked it, like it, subscribe, hit the bell. Um, that's John Steele. I am GoreAphobe, and you most definitely are not. Much love.